Yo, what's up, guys, and welcome back to our Canucks GM mode. So, in last episode, we were in the Western Conference Finals up against the Nashville Predators. Unfortunately, we lost the series, and we did not return to the Stanley Cup Finals again. Nashville went on to winning the Stanley Cup just like Dallas did in the year before. So, now we're up here in the offseason. We have a big offseason ahead of us. There's some big players that we need to re-sign. And then there's also one big trade. I need to get rid of this player, even though we just brought him in last year. That should give it away. So basically, we're going to be trading away Johnny Gaudreau already. And the reason being is I'd like to try and get back some other players on contracts. And Gaudreau, I gave him a pretty bad contract. I don't know why I gave him that. I gave him $10.5 million pretty much for 3 years. And we do have to give Vince Mikulski a contract this year. He's going to want a big upgrade. Corey Raffles is going to want a big upgrade. Nolan Patrick wants a deal. There's some big players. Bo Horvat as well. So we're going to have to say goodbye to Johnny Gaudreau. So he's going to be the main part of this trade, and he's going to be getting sent to the Dallas Stars, who are one of our big rivals, but they're in a bit of a rebuilding stage. So it doesn't really matter to be honest, because I don't think they're going to be making the playoffs this year. In return, we are going to be getting from their draft picks, because they have the 9th overall pick in this year's draft. So we're going to get that 9th overall pick. We're going to get a second, and we're going to try and get the third. But if not, then we'll just sell with the first and the second. It looks like a pretty fair deal, and Dallas wants to get rid of all three of them. And also this makes sense from a Dallas standpoint, because if you guys look at the Dallas Stars left wing core, it is very, very weak. Their best left winger is an 82, and then they have an 81 and an 80. They also have Anders Lee, but he's down to a 62 and 36 years of age. So this should help them at least for the next 2 or 3 seasons before Gaudreau retires, and hopefully it helps them kind of get back onto winning and helps their younger prospects grow in that sort of sense. Like Gaudreau could be a captain over there. They still have Sagan, but Sagan's going to retire probably next season. And they also still have, what was his name? They have another good 87 center, but I can't remember his name anyways. So that should go through. Yes, it does. So we got a first, a second, and a third to help our rebuild, hopefully. And one of those is a 9th overall pick, so that is a big trade. I don't know if you guys are going to be pissed off that I traded away Gaudreau the year after we signed him, but I am kind of going through a mini retool, and hopefully we could get some good prospects that could help us grow into another Cup champion for either next season or the seasons ahead. So with that trade, I think that is all I wanted to do. Yeah, that's all I wanted to do. Let's go on to the draft and see what we could get with that 9th overall pick. So scouted players, let's see who's going in the top 10, who we could go after. So there is some goalies. We could always find a replacement goalie for Gravel, but I don't know if Lundberg is going to be that starting guy eventually. But let's see who is available goaltending wise. Chad Olson, goalie hybrid from the Calgary Hitmen. Andrew Merritt, an American goaltender. Okay. Then you also got a left winger playmaker, Joseph Seal. Left winger, Jared Wild, two-way forward. We have a lot of two-way kind of guys already. There's another goaltender that's supposed to go in top 10, Reed Reinprecht. So maybe we go after a goaltender replacement for Gravel. Or maybe we go one of these forwards if they're available still, even though they're projected to go top 5. Because you also got Duke Lynn, center playmaker. Jaden Appleby, left wing two-way forward. Jared Arnott, center two-way forward. Defensive defenseman Rick Fernandez. He's listed as an exact top 6, which is not good for top 5 picks. So we might not actually get somebody huge at this draft. And Valery Tikhonov, center two-way forward. So I don't know exactly who we're going to go with. I guess we could see once we get to that pick. But let's see who goes first overall to the Boston Bruins. It's going to be Arnott. So Arnott's a medium elite. Okay. Toronto's going to go with Tikhonov, another medium elite. So hopefully we get a medium elite somehow in the top 10. Appleby's a medium elite as well, going to Chicago. Fernandez is a high top 6, so that still could potentially be pretty good for the Sens. Tampa Bay is going to go with a medium elite, Lynn. Now we're into the top 10 picks. Let's see if we can get medium elites. Oh, Wild just goes and he's a medium elite. Hopefully there's some good. Oh, that goalie's a medium elite. I'm tempted to go with the goalie if we have a chance. There's another medium elite goalie, so maybe we do go with this goalie. This is the exact same draft spot where we got Alexis Gravel like 7 years ago, so I think we should go with a goalie because there's either Olsen or Seal, and I don't know, left wing playmakers seem a little weird. I'd rather have like left wing snipers or something like that. So we're gonna go with the goaltender here, Chad Olsen. Hopefully he becomes the next Alexis Gravel for this organization. So welcome aboard, Chad. And let's see, he is a medium elite. Nice. That is like probably the best goaltender we've drafted, unless Gravel is still better somehow. But there's a nice new piece for the future that we acquired from the Dallas Stars as part of the Johnny Gaudreau deal. So that is nice. And let's sim to user pick and see what we could get with the second. I'm hoping with the second we could get at least like a nice left winger, because we do need a left wing prospect kind of now, or a good left wing prospect. There's another goaltender, but we don't really need more goaltenders. We have already some in the system and stuff like that. Right wing sniper, Timo Wertman. This guy's 17, 6'2", 203. That guy might be good. Left wing power forward, Cope. He's unknown. That's tempting because he's unknown. Let's see. He's from the Finnish league. Who else is available? Nelson Graves. You know what? I'm going to go with the left winger just because we made that trade with Gaudreau. I think we need to bring in a left winger that might be able to replace him down the road. So welcome aboard, Tim Cope, left winger. Let's see what he is. He's a medium top 9. So another one of those medium top 9 players that we have in the AHL. Hopefully this one actually pans out to be a good player. So that wasn't the greatest pick. Who went before? Some top 6. Oh, low top 6, medium top 6. So it wasn't the worst pick. Okay, let's sim to user pick again here in the 3rd round. So we got offered a 3rd for Brindamore, which is one of our prospects, but I don't know if we want to do that. I think we'll just leave it, just because I don't know if Brindamore is ever going to pan out. Let's see. So 3rd round pick, and then I think we'll auto sim the rest. There's another left winger available. What's his name? Walter May. Another power forward, though. Centerman. We might need some more centers. Sven Skroder. Simon Demfus. We might need to get some more defensive prospects, actually, because we have a lot of older defensemen. So let's go with Preston Walter. Yeah, from the London Knights. London Knights usually have some good prospects, so let's bring him in. Hopefully he could be a good defenseman for us, and he's a medium top 6, so not too bad. He should be able to make the NHL if he grows correctly. So yeah, let's sim the rest of the draft just because I don't care about the next couple rounds. So we got also R. Ma, L. Sortini, D. Grachev, D. Wanvig, and C. McClellan. So let's take a look at what those prospects overalls are like, and then we'll also check who we have to re-sign. And I'm going to re-sign everybody that I can. I'm going to have to, this might take a while for me to do actually too, because I'm going to try and do the 85% rule so I could get the guys I want back for sure. So let's see who we have to re-sign as well, because I can't remember all the players we have to re-sign. So we'll check the unsigned guys first though. So from the draft, let's see, sort by overall. So Byzantine's from the last year, I think. Sortini's a 67 out of the draft. Left wing, or not left wing, right wing power forward, Leonard Stortini. This guy might not be that bad. Then we also got, who else? Walter, 64 overall. He's not ready for the AHL yet, but he will be the following year. Ma's a medium top 9 as well, not bad. Center playmaker. So this guy could be a good replacement once Horvat retires, like for the 3rd line or 2nd line. McClellan's a low AHL top 2D, so this guy's gonna not turn out to be anything. Wanvig, medium 7th D. Okay. 60 overall. Copes is 60 also to the draft. Left wing power forward, so our 2nd round pick's not gonna be good enough. I'm interested to see the goaltender. Garachev's a medium bottom 6 grinder. That's nice. Hopefully he actually pans out to be a good grinder. And our goaltending prospect, this is the big one. Olsen, 67 out of the draft. So I don't think we're going to sign him this year, but maybe next season he'll be in the AHL. And then we also have Ovechkin, our backup goalie from last year. So that is that. Let's just take a look at who we have to sign this year. So let's go to all expiring. So Horvat, I'm going to try and get him on like a 2-year deal or something, maybe 3-year deal, trying to get him to retire with the club. Scheifele is going to be released this year, guys. Unfortunately, even though he's been putting up a lot of points during the playoffs and stuff and helping us out a lot, we have to let him go because we only have how much cap space? We have $47 million, but that's not going to be enough to get him back, I don't think. We're going to get Vince Mikulski probably on a pretty good contract because he's only 23 and he's still growing. Nolan Patrick, we might sign him for like 2 years. Corey Raffle, we'll sign him probably for a good contract. Zaka, we're going to probably release Zaka. Wyman and Bitten, I want to get those two back. Samuelson's going to go. Lozegren's going to stay probably on a cheap contract. Same with Janus. And everybody else should be coming back. So anyways, guys, I'm going to re-sign these guys as best as I can. And I'll get back to you when I do. Okay, guys, so we got everybody back pretty much, except for we have still only $12 million in cap space, and there's only Mark Scheifele available and Pavel Zacha. So, Pavel Zacha, I'm not going to be able to afford this year, so I am going to release him. While Mark Scheifele, this one, I thought I was going to release him, but I think I'm going to give him 1 more year. He might retire with the club. And he only wants like 9.625 mil, which is not a lot. And he only wants 1 year left on his deal. So basically, with the 85% rule, we're going to give him only like down to like 8.2 or something like that. And he should accept, which means we should actually have enough cap space to get some free agents if we want to, which is good. So we're going to give him 8.2 for 1 year. And then at least he stays with the team, because if we got rid of him, and since we got rid of Gaudreau, our first line would look like shit. We'd have Horvat, we'd have Patrick, I don't know who else. So Scheifele accepts, and now we'll go to free agency. Maybe we could pick up a nice forward to replace Gaudreau for like a 1 year deal or something, because I don't want to give anybody a horrible contract again. So let's just go to contracts quickly and see how much in cap space we have, or actually it'll say on free agent screen, I believe. So yeah, we have 4.645 million in cap space now because of that trade, so we should be able to afford somebody if we want to. So let's see what's available. So affordable. So Anthony Mantha, I don't know if I want Mantha, to be honest. Michael Dalcoli could be a solid replacement actually on the left wing side. He only wants 3 years. Who wants 1 year? Who don't? VC only wants 1 year. He's 34 though and wants 4.625, which means we'd be down to really low in cap space. We want somebody that we could actually save cap still on. Marcus Foligno, Pascal Auberge, Michael Furland. There's nobody too amazing here. Evgeny Kuznetsov is available, but he's close to retirement. Rasmus Dahlin, but he's not that good actually in this. He didn't grow out to be anything, even though he was the 4th overall pick. So wait, didn't we actually have Man 30 in this GMO before? I think we did way back in the beginning. So let's see, Dalcoli. I think Dalcoli might be a good one to go, but I don't want to go 3 years on his deal. Like, we'd save about $1 million in cap space. Let's see. 83 though, that's not a good overall, really. It's better in some. And we'll give Dalcoli, I think, 1 contract. Unless there's somebody goaltending wise that's available. Maybe pick up a better backup and then put Lundberg in the AHL or something again. Moroza, nobody huge. Or we could just check actually if there's any potential players. So Sulzer, 21-year-old, fringe starter, and not the greatest. defenseman. We already have some good defensive players though, but let's see if there's any available. Medium top 4 defenseman 25 though. Any of these guys really young? 20 years of age. Clifford, medium top 6. Right wingers, medium top 6. Clint Wolski is available. That guy was with the Dallas Stars. Interesting. 21-year-old Fanuff, medium top 9, and doesn't look like he's gonna grow. Lazarev, 19-year-old low top 6. That's Eichel, Sam Eichel. I don't know if that guy's gonna grow to be anything. Brodeur, Cesar Brodeur, 4th round pick, low top 6, and he's an 81. Interesting. What about center wise? Isbister. All these guys are like in their 20s. I don't think we're gonna pick up anybody actually in free agency, or maybe actually we'll just pick up Del Coley still, and that's it. Cause yeah, I think we're just gonna get Del Coley, and then that's all we're gonna do for free agency. We're not gonna get VC. We're gonna get Del Coley because he's cheaper, but actually he wants more than we have for. I don't know if we could get him on a 1-year deal, because I know he retires usually pretty young actually. You know what, actually, I know what we're going to do. We're going to bring back Jason Zucker on a 1-year deal, and we're going to give him 3.5. I think he should be able to accept that. Since Jason Zucker used to play here way back, we might as well give him a contract and help out our left wing side. So, and help maybe him get a Stanley Cup, because I don't think he won a Stanley Cup with us because we got rid of him earlier than that. So we're going to try and just get Jason Zucker as like a replacement for the third line, so he could like replace where Gaudreau was maybe instead. So there you go. Jason Zucker is back on the team, and he thinks we're going to go for a good run in the playoffs, and he's only on a 1-year deal, so it's not an outrageous contract. So let's listen to next season and see what our roster looks like. Okay guys, so we're up here at the 27-28 season. Our player stats, like overall wise, went down a bit on the offensive side. I think was like a 93 last season, and now it's down to a 91. However, we still we're pretty good. Let's go to roster moves and see who we need to call up, and then we'll edit our lines. It's gonna be a big hole without Gaudreau, but I think we should be able to get it done still, because we did win like 2 Stanley Cups without Johnny Gaudreau. So let's see, AHL wise, Festrani needs to come up. And then we have to send down. Who do we have to send down? Let's send down Eric Day. And there you go. Let's go edit lines. So our bottom 6 is going to be kind of weak, I think, but it doesn't really matter too much. So let's go best lines. So, okay. Who's scratched? Anybody that I don't want? Borisov and Senkov. He's a bit older, though. Coin and Dimitra's depth. I should send down one of them at least. So, okay. So, Scheifele is dropping, which is what I was expecting. I think he is going to retire after the season, so we're going to hopefully get him another Stanley Cup. So, we got Scheifele, Horvat, and Corey Raffle, who's up to an 87. So, at least he actually could be that number 1 replacement for Gaudreau, so that's nice. Then on the second line, oh, it's actually kind of weak on the left side a lot. Maybe we could change up something with the lines. Alboline, he's got good face-offs, but we could use him as a winger actually. Yeah, we'll use him as a winger, and then we'll do something like this. This is really random line changing. McEachern, 74. Festrani, 71 on the face-off dot. Ruchin, 74. Let's see, what could we do? We could always put Wyman as the center. 71 though. Zucker, 66. I guess we could just try using McEachern as a centerman. Unless Afanasenkov's got good face-off stats, then we could put him in the lineup instead. 71. That's not horrible. What was it? McEachern, 74. Okay, we'll just use McEachern as a center. So basically our forward core. Wait, actually, I'm gonna put Afanasenkov in instead of Ruchin, because Ruchin, I don't think he's going to grow to be anything. Afanasenkov's better overall wise anyways, too. And wait, Festrani shoots right, so we'll just go like that. So, First line, you got Shifley, Horvat, and Raffle. Second line, Alboline's going to be playing left wing this time, I think. Unless we want to put Andrus as the winger. 80 to 81. You know what? Actually, we're going to try something like that. We're going to put Andrus as a left winger. So Andrus, Alboline, and Patrick. Wyman, Bitten, and Zucker. Afanasenkov, McEachern, and Festrani. So as you can see, our bottom six is getting weaker over the years. But I think we could still make some noise this year. And then defensively, wow, Mikulski, 88. We're going to put him, let's see, is Nazarov listed as a top 4? Yeah, he is. But Mikulski was listed as a top 2. So Mikulski's going to play alongside Yul Levy. Yeah, that makes sense. And then you're going to have Nazarov and Ty Smith, Janus, and Liljegren. So our team is a bit weak on the bottom-ish lines, but it doesn't really matter. And then Gravel and Lundberg. So I think we still should be decent this year. Because Raffles should produce. So, yeah, okay, that's what we're going to leave that NHL lines like. And in AHL, we're going to go best lines. And, yeah, let's just make sure all our good prospects are actually playing. Or do we have actually even any depth players down there in the AHL? Let's see, defensively. Scratch. No, there's no scratch players down there in the AHL. Okay. So that is that. One last thing we need to do, this episode might be a bit long, is I just wanted to check the progress reports so I could see kind of who grew during the off-season, if anybody did grow, like our goaltending prospect. So let's see. It's not going to show it in modified, but let's just check the overall wise for the minors. So let's see, anybody that's unsigned. No, actually, let's just go to goalies. I just want to check the goalie prospect, and that's it. So Olsen's actually up to a 69 now, so he did grow during the offseason, but he isn't ready for the AHL just yet. But we will give him a contract during next season for sure, or well, at the offseason. So, anyways, guys, that's gonna do it for this episode of our Canucks GM mode. So in next episode, we'll do the entire season simulation, and then hopefully get back to the playoffs. So thank you guys for watching. See you guys next time.